Well, we've had a big rainstorm. We were out actually when the rainstorm came. We came back and I've removed the cross members, as you can see, and there was a big puddle at the end there. You can probably tell from the brown staining on the concrete. There was a big puddle across here, but the reason for that was because the plank of wood at the end was sticking up above the level of the concrete. So once we'd knocked that out, all the water's gone. So I did make a bit of an adjustment to that area yesterday. I took some of the concrete out because I felt that it was going back on itself, so the water would have stayed there. It would have ponded a bit. Is that the right word? Ponded? Pooled. It would have pooled a bit. So I tried to make it level or slope it down a little bit, and it seems to have been successful because the water you see now is literally what's left from it draining off over the edge. So yeah, the channels work very well. We're just going to leave the planks on the side there to loosen off themselves in time, as the one along here did. So yeah, that project's sort of complete now really. Obviously a little bit of tidying up of the odd bits of wood, but they won't be thrown away because they're always useful for other building work around the village. Someone's always wanting a few little bits and pieces. But that seems to have worked well. This area down the back here is really clean now, so any debris that is coming down is getting washed right the way through. Although there was a bit stuck around that post there, but that was because this angled bit on here, which I put on so that any drainage from the house would actually be more directly sent down the slope, that is a choke point for rubbish. Basically the rubbish is getting caught just here in this area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pipe back a little bit so I can move that angle back out of the way of rubbish. I mean, to be honest, it would probably be alright just to leave it like that, but cutting that pipe back a little bit more anyway, even if we don't have the angle on, will help to keep it away from rubbish that's coming down, because for the most part rubbish is going underneath this pipe here, which is quite elevated because it's sitting on top of a joint there, using my foot to point, and so that was just a little bit of rubbish stuck there, which I've just hooked out and thrown away. But generally the flow is very good now, and the angle is very, very good, and the smooth surface now should keep the rubbish moving. Whereas before, when it was getting overgrown and the rough surface, as you can see further down, it tends to stop stuff moving. Anyway, enough garbled talking. I'm quite pleased with that. What I will do though is I'll try and come here when there's a really, really big storm again, and show you the current state of play with the flow. Now the next job, we've got to take some wire mesh. I've got wire mesh and I've got the plastic mesh here. We've got to take that back to the house, if I can get hold of it somehow. How do I get hold of this? Roll it up your body, Mike. That's how you do it. That's got to go back to the house because we've got problems with pigeons nesting underneath the extended garage roof. So that's another little job. I don't mind birds at all nesting. Apart from pigeons, they're just tree rats. They're just, or sky rats. I don't like pigeons. They're dirty and they breed like rabbits. Before you know it, you've got a flock of 20 of the buggers shitting everywhere. So I'm going to take this mesh back and block up any areas that they have reserved for their nests. Well, there's a massive storm here now, so I'm going to go and check out the new build drainage area. I'm going to get soaked, but all in the name of art. Right, let's get out of this car and see if we can get over there quick without getting completely drenched. Whoa! I'm not even dressed for this. Oh, look at the water coming down here. This is worse than I've seen it for a while. Oh my goodness me. It's absolutely pouring down the side of the house now. Let's go around here. Woo. There we go, we've got a good flow coming down here now. We're going straight down the new bit. Yeah, that's working very well. Very well indeed. Oh! I'm not getting too wet at the moment because the overhang on the roof is protecting me. Here we go. Right. Yes, I'm fairly dry walking along here, so that's good. There's actually not too much water going down the side here, just at the moment. We've probably got to wait another 10 minutes for the water to make its way down the hill, up that way, from the rest of the village. And it'll come crashing through these houses, through these gardens, and get funneled into the corner here. But this wall is staying reasonably dry. There's only a very little amount getting splashed onto it along here. This lump of mortar we've put here is keeping the puddle away from the house. So yeah, this is just confirmation that the work is definitely working, and the channel, the new bit of channel round the back, is working. And now I'm going to go back down the driveway, which is flooding and all the water's pouring through the broken wall where the subsidence is, and I'm going to go and see the rest of the family who are sheltering in the cousin's house opposite. This channel's working well. Right, here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of water coming down here. Oh, and going down there. This road is rather a stream now. Oh, hello. That's not good. That's what I was sitting on. It's soaking wet now. Oh dear. Suntray's car there. She's just arrived back from Pattaya and Nang Rong. Let's go and say hello to them. Hello everyone. Yeah, the waters are coming down fast now down this road. It's really completely covered, so it'll also be going through the gardens, through these properties here. Right, let's get home and get dry.